Yes! What's up, dudes? Yes, welcome to Tall Can Tuesday. We did the intro. We got that wicked teaser out of the way, right? So, step two. Of course, we got to get a tall can ready, right? We got to get a tall can on the go. Today, I'm starting it with the usual, my fave, a local beer. It is called Woodhouse. It's delicious, but not only am I going to be drinking in public with this beer, but we're also going to be talking about some cool stuff that's happening on my channel, kpopRC. Ooh, check out this t-shirt. It's quite nice. If you would like one, if you would like to support your boy, visit kpopRC.com and pick yourself up some t-shirts. There's some new t-shirts on there. I know it might not be reflected in the description below, but there are some pretty cool ones. They haven't made it here yet, so I can't sport them for you. But if you visit kpopRC.com, you can check them out. You know, there's some cool stuff. There's some cool T-shirts if you do visit the website, and you should, because let's be real, no one buys these T-shirts, and it would be super awesome if you guys could support. Not all of them say kpopRC. This is my favorite one. I can't wait for it to pop up like in the mail so I could rock the crap out of it. What up? All right, let's get to the comments because you dudes are seriously active. Antonio Ramirez, what's up, buddy? K9, always a pleasure. I think I saw Troy on here. Troy, what's up? Nash, always a pleasure. Volino, what's up, dude? Hopefully this bull crap finishes up and we can go start shooting some RC in the wilderness, or maybe not the wilderness, just outside, in groups. That would be nice. Monster RC, what's up, buddy? Scale Addiction, what's up? I know it's late for you. That's awesome that you made it out. Will Sullivan, what's up, dude? Let's see. Jeremy Martell, always nice to see you on the streams. Alex, what's up? Man, a lot of familiar faces. Patty, what's up? Appreciate you being around. What's up here? Warman, new name. What's up, dude? Oh, man, RC Sparks is up. What's up, man? Cheers to you, my friend. Always watch your stuff, and I'm sure everybody on here does too. So, and if you don't know who RC Sparks is, DJ Medic, go subscribe to him. I don't think I have to tell anybody to do that because I'm sure they're all subscribed. Yes. Let's see here. Who else is up in here? Backo, what's up, buddy? I haven't even taken a sip of my adult beverage yet. Maybe I should do that. It's delicious. It's delicious. I'll move out of the way so you guys can get an amazing view of Cardinal Racing's Porsche build that is coming soon. We got a bit of a tease coming up with this massive beast. I did screw up my fingers quite badly. You can kind of see they're a bit swollen. That's not me from picking my nose or anything. That's from me trying to mount these massive tires. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah, wicked. What else we got on here? Yeah, so I also built a WPL, like super budget crawler on my channel. If you know, that's the video that was dropped last. I weathered the crap out of it using the Adam Savage tested method. I didn't even realize, but if you take acrylic paint and you mix it with rubbing alcohol, it creates this awesome wash. And if you do that with matte black and you just, follow the lines of gravity, you'll get these like really awesome streaks of paint. And it looks like just dirt, and it's amazing. And one thing that I didn't do, which they were saying, if you want like a rust, like if you want that like really scale rusty kind of dullness, apparently cinnamon powder mixed with a little bit of red acrylic paint or brown acrylic paint, and that will give you that amazing rusty finish. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's staying safe. Yes, thanks, buddy. It definitely is scale as shiitake. Trying to figure out what to use so I don't get demonetized, because YouTube likes to demonetize when I swear too much. What? Yeah, I know. I think you're right, buddy. It's like with this thing, it's like, do I go, 1979, like touring, like racing livery, or do I just go like rich old man buys a water-cooled Porsche and takes a hacksaw to the wheel wells and gives it a wide body? I don't know. It's a tough call. It's totally a tough call. Both are sick options, though. Yeah. Let's see here. Maybe a livery. Yeah. Maybe we should get into that. Let's get into the Porsche, shall we? Because, like, why the hell not? I mean, I'm just going to keep yabbering on here if we don't get to some stuff. Yeah, buy a t-shirt. You don't have to buy a t-shirt. It's all good. Just if you do, it helps out the channel. All right, let's get into it.
Don't mind me, Mr. Quinn. I'm just a curious little rhino.
Oh, man, you can hear the printer in the background. I'm like printing something. Anyway, look at the size of these rims. They are massive. Just massive. Just massive. I'm going to drink beer while you listen to this.
Jesus. As if. It's going to be rough.
What's that?
I got you. Oh.
This is like all day. This is one tire, dudes. This is one tire. It was a huge pain in the ass, but Monster, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm like hoping that all these things come together when it gets a little warmer outside. I have a feeling that it's just going to end up being around late March, April into May. It's probably. But to let you know, just so you know, there's like a big plan for this particular Porsche and the rollout of this particular car. And it's going to involve a bunch of traveling on my part, and it's going to make for some super, super epic recording. So that's something to look forward to. Yeah, in the summer months for sure. I don't know how exciting it is to watch me try to put these tires on, but they're it's basically like a go-kart. Yeah. They're basically go-kart tires. They are massive.
Cool.
Man, that was bullshit.
Yeah, man. It's not even that the phones are like, they fit. It's just you have to like wrestle them in. Like you can see, I had to like move to the ground. Like this is me on the ground trying to wrestle these mothers in, man. Oh my God. But, once they did get together, they are still a little wobbly. But I feel like once they get some, spinning some forces outward forces, then we're definitely gonna get them more true. Those foams just need to break in and kind of find their place. But yeah, this thing is massive. This is a totally, man. It was rough, and I swear to God, these two fingers are so sore, like scratching my butt. Like I can't even scratch my butt right now. They're so sore. But yeah, this chassis is the Yankee chassis. It is a French chassis. These guys from Yankee Racing, they build some pretty serious race bred pan chassis, 1/4 scale. They are massive. And if you are looking for one in North America, visit cardinalracing.com. He will set you up. The cool thing about Cardinal Racing is he will not only package these things properly for you, but he can also package them with servos, with motors, and he can get it all packaged properly so it won't get damaged. Yankee does not necessarily ship these things very kindly, and so him and I have been ironing out how to actually properly package these things for sort of the American market, and it's working out, man. This is a beautiful chassis. They did an amazing job engineering this. I did talk to the owner of Cardinal Racing, and he has one of these already up and running, and he's got them on an 8S, and this thing weighs nothing. Like, it is a super light. It's got to be the lightest 5th scale, like 4th scale chassis that I've ever experienced. And apparently it goes incredibly fast because of that. The power to weight ratio is just like something else, and it's rear wheel drive, which is super cool. It's not super drift, like it doesn't have a lot of angle, but I don't know if you're going to need a lot of angle with something this size anyway. But yeah, man, this is sweet. Like, this is the coolest. This has got to be my favorite thing that's going on right now. Other than the Cletus McFarlane build, which is also coming. So I know a lot of people want like updates on the Cletus build, but to be fair, I kind of put it in the closet and I'm kind of waiting for the lockdown to kind of release itself so I can go and get some pictures developed and do some other stuff to just sort of finish it off. But I feel like it's so close that if I finish it, I'm just going to want to run it, and I need warmer weather. But you can see here, maybe we can talk a little bit about this. I have quite a controversial way of cutting my Lexan bodies, and I didn't really realize it was so controversial. But like, yes, people don't particularly trust this method, and my God, is it the easiest way to cut Lexan, in my opinion. But I mean, let me know in the comments below if you think I'm crazy, because like maybe I'm just crazy. But what I end up doing is I take this knife, and I just give it a deep score. I score that Lexan. Just I kind of push into it a little bit. I start cut maybe like a 1/16 of an inch into the plastic, and I do like a nice continuous line. And then you'll see in the next little bit of footage here. No, not a bandsaw. Check this out. Sang. Look at this. Look at this. Look. What am I doing? Oh my God. You mean to tell me it tears on the line I just scored? Heck yeah, brother. It totally freaking does. I don't actually use the knife to cut all the way through. I'm only scoring the body, and then I'm tearing it like paper. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people use it. This is not necessarily only me saying, just so you know, I'm just making it seem like it's only me, but yeah, only dangerous if the blade gets you, and it has, which is wicked. Yeah. Nice. Okay, cool. So I'm not crazy. Thank you guys for letting me know, because I know some people are like, man, it just makes me so nervous, but like, this is just how I've done it forever. And I find it's easier than with the scissors. You get like these little notches, like every time you give it a good, 1/2 inch cut, it like creates like a little notch, and then you got to hit it with sandpaper. I find this way, it might be a little wavy, but it stays pretty straight on that rip. And like, usually with the straight lines, I'll use scissors, only because there's like no way that I'm going to like be able to sort of on a curved body create a flat line, which I'm going to have to do for the bumpers, mind you. I got a bunch of stuff to do still with the bumpers with that. But nice. RC Garage does it the same way. Wicked. No chainsaws here, man. I don't even have a garage. Man, I want a garage. Let's see here. What else are you boys saying? I should drink some more beer. I'm just like holding it. It's getting warm. I'm like nursing the beers, dude. It's alcohol abuse. Nice. So anyway, you can see here I'm cutting the body. These bodies are fairly thick. They are, I mean, I'm going to go all Canadian on you guys. They are a bit over 1 millimeter thick. They're like almost 2 millimeters thick, these ones. Yankee and Cardinal Racing do offer a 3 mil version, which is a lot thicker. It's kind of like the, I don't know, low C5 or like the 5th scale, like Woodster lids kind of thickness, like the really thick Lexan. We didn't think we were going to need super, super thick Lexan because we're not going to be doing any like off-road racing with these, although maybe we should. But yeah, you can kind of see it. Like it worked out cutting out these wheel wells. And thank God. Yeah, see the problem, Sethix, is that the Dremel likes to melt things, right? So I don't know if you ever cut anything plastic and thin with a Dremel, what'll usually end up happening is it'll melt one side and one side will get kind of bunchy and you can kind of ruin the edges. I did buy a serrated disc. If you do watch my Cletus McFarlane build series, I did cut the bumper or the hood off of that 3D print using a serrated Dremel blade, and that worked pretty well. But the problem with that is that you don't get a lot of like, you can't really like maneuver it and get a lot of curves with it, because the minute you curve one way, the back end will kind of like eat away at the material from the back. It's not necessarily a good plan. I just don't particularly enjoy the Dremel. Plus, it's like bulky unless you have that pen attachment, and it makes a crap ton of noise or whatever. Oh, he's obviously joking. All right, buddy. I took you seriously there for a minute. How long did this take? As pretty much as long as you're watching. Like the thing with videotaping these things is that you're always like moving the camera around, and you kind of, you're trying to figure out the best way, and then you don't want to get in the way of the camera, and it just adds all this extra time. Like if I was just cutting this body, it would be done by now, but I'm trying to shoot it for you guys so you can see what I'm doing, what I'm up to, and yeah. So you can see there, that's pretty much the update. The wheels and the tires are on. They're not glued yet because I might end up painting these a different color, like the insides. See they're white here. So I just got to figure out the livery, which is probably the next thing we need to talk about, because I'm having such a hard time figuring out what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to freaking do with this Porsche? Like, man, it's like, what do? Do you go like... I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard choice. It's like hard. Do you go like super 70s? Do you go like, do you do like fades? Like, man, like, I don't know. I'm starting to think that, the Martini livery is just beautiful. Anything that like has those lines that sort of follow the hips, those sexy hips, I'm in. I love that, and I love these. I don't know what it is about this particular race livery that I'm so enthralled with, but good gravy. I want it. This is the RWB Martini version with the orange bumpers, which I also think is super sick. It's all about the hips, man. Agreed. Agreed. My favorite. But yeah, so Sethix is calling for the Martini livery. Just not drinking enough beer. Yeah, I'm babysitting that beer. It's true, Mike. I've only got 3 of them. I gotta make them last. But you're right, they're so delicious. Let's see here. No drinks around my hotel, but I'm taking dabs with you. Nice, buddy. Cheers to that. Take a hoot for me. Let's see here. I'm making, let's see. Ooh, that's cool, man. What else are you guys saying? Yeah, I know how you feel, man. I got the Baja Ray, and the front diff case is has kind of worn itself. and now it binds a little bit. I caught it before the gears totally ate themselves up, and I got an aluminum diff housing, but I haven't gotten around to it. Although I've got new tires for that thing, new street tires for the Blossy Bahare, and I'm actually really looking forward to running that thing soon. But yeah, what's up, Blake? Modelo, yeah, Modelo's like water, man. I'm more into the Woodhouse. That's what I'm into. Anyway, let's keep looking at these liveries, man. Some delicious ones over here. Cardinal sent me this one. We were talking about exhausts, and like the center exhaust is so cool. It's so cool. I don't know if I should fake that it's a turbo or not. Like, it's just kind of like, if it's a turbo, the exhaust I don't think would come out this way. It would probably be a single turbo with like a big exhaust and then a little wastegate dump tube off to the side. But there's something about this that just looks super cool. That, or you do like a big muffler and then with like a side exhaust. That would be cool too, for sure. For sure. What's up, Josh? Glad you could join us. You can see here, this is Cardinal Racing's version of the same car. You can see he's starting to put them together. I think since this photo, he has added a dull matting spray on that green to give it a matte finish, which I think is super cool. So like, this is what's got me super torn about either going race. Like, do you go race, or do you just go like a WRB, like a real world or whatever they call it, Porsche build, and like, fake the screw holes? I don't know. It's I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I don't know if I can make up my mind. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna end up painting all the black trim lines first, and then crying myself to sleep because there's too many decisions. Too many decisions. You can see, of course, we're gonna do white tire lettering. Like, it's gotta happen. Nothing looks better than spinning tires with white lettering on them. So we'll see. Also got, of course, we got to get all this stuff ready to get printed on vinyl so we can like make it look as scale as possible. I don't know if I'm going to end up doing light buckets. I can. I have transparent red vinyl, so I might end up doing this, like making it kind of try to make it look as real as possible. I don't know. This is all sort of stuff that's up in the air, but it's super cool. Oh, here's a good example of a turbo. So like, what makes this a turbo over the other one is you can see the turbo. Like, you can see the turbo. You can see the exhaust side. You can see the compressor side. You can see that the bigger exhaust is definitely the main exhaust, and that small exhaust to the left is definitely the wastegate. That's where the wastegate dumps. So I'm sure there's lots of fireballs coming out of both those exhausts. But something about this is super cool to me. But I don't know, man. It's too many decisions. Making Dirt Fly says side exhaust pipes. Yeah. No, I know. Cheers to beers, Colin. I should drink these instead of nursing. Steve, man, what's up, buddy? Nash, what's up? Yeah, let's see. Bazooka pipes, dude. Yeah, bazooku. Right? Those massive pipes that stick out and then they paint them red. Yeah, maybe. See, Midnight Jumper is saying pure race car, right? So, I mean, I'm torn, man. I'm so torn. Yeah, I love it too, man. Warman, I'm with you. I'm so with you on that. Bezenberry, what's up, buddy? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, ABC red clear paint and wrap it up next to clear sheets of red and orange vinyl. Yeah, like if you're talking about that, I've got a pretty good method for it. I've got like car vinyl specifically for making like, clear lights red. I think Subaru guys do it a lot with those Imprezas that are like from factory. They're all clear, so they'll put the like red, outline of the back lights. So I have that stuff and I use it a lot. I've actually on the opener here. Let's see here. Yeah, so on this particular build, I'm gonna have to turn the audio off. so you guys don't get. Oh, now I'm just getting rocked with audio. Where's the exhaust? Oh man, I'm sorry, I'm making you guys nauseous. I bet. Like freaking. Let's see the back. Where's the back? Oh yeah, there you go. God dang it. Of course, you look for it, you can't find it. There we go. So that's just clear vinyl on the back there, and it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Anyway, it gets back to the Porsche. Yeah, the Porsche. Man, so awesome. So awesome. Charles, right now it is 9:55 p.m. over here. Over her. But yeah. It's 4 a.m., buddy. I hope you don't have to work tomorrow. I appreciate you coming hanging out, though. So hopefully you either have a beer or you just can't sleep or something. Either way, nice to have you around. Sethix 2, 3 in the morning. I don't know. Somebody was talking about maybe doing one of these sort of for the Europeans at a European time, which might happen. I mean, I'd have to take the day off of work, but it's something that could happen. That could happen. Yeah, we're talking about this hillbilly, like doing like a rally version of one, you know? Like, I know that Singer has like a dirt version 911, which is pretty cool right now. It might happen, but I don't think it's going to happen for this particular one. It can't be this chassis. This is a pan chassis. This is a pure race bred chassis. It's not meant for dirt in any way, shape, or form. So if it goes that way, it'll end up being an MCD underneath and this particular body on top. Yes. Call him in. Sweet, dude. You can always watch it later. Let's see here. 8 p.m. Yeah, a lot of people from the West Coast. You guys are lucky. No, I don't know, man. This is Haley. This is maybe something to think about. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that could be cool. It'd be cool to do something 3D printed, maybe magnetic, so like you don't have to always cav it all the time. Like it could just be, you know, a cosmetic thing you can take on or take off. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. It's too many choices. Too many choices. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, you can kind of see sprinkled in here the plans for the cage. That, you know, we're definitely gonna be doing a cage, some kind of cool cage that holds the whole chassis together. Like that's the plan anyway. Now it's just a matter of figuring out sort of a weight to coolness ratio. It's like, do you go really cool and really heavy, or do you go like half cage for lighter, you know, not making things so top heavy? And I don't know. I'm leaning towards cooler, but that's me. Orange and blue, maybe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that like baby blue and that like bright orange. It's true, man. It's true. You can see here, this is the original plan. So this is the cage, basically. This is what I'm looking at making. And you can see, because it's a pan chassis, the cage actually will only mount where the hoop, if you see where the hoop is that goes over sort of the driver's compartment, that is where it's going to mount to the chassis. So anything behind that is not going to touch the pan, because like the pan needs to move independently. That is where all the suspension travel is. So it's just kind of going to go backwards, and then it's going to magnetically attach to the body. I believe that's the plan. That's totally the plan. And I mean, it looks gorgeous. Like if I could make something like that where you take the body off and it looks like a Porsche without the body on it, then I feel like my job is done. And then that is totally scale as shiitake. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, Booty, I don't know particularly how much suspension travel is going to be on this thing. I don't know how much you're going to see. But if you think I'm not going to hit it with slow-mo when I shoot these things, you should watch more of my videos. I feel like 98% of my running videos are slow-mo. Just do a full cage. yes, making it dirt fly. Agreed. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. It's totally gotta happen. Oh, it's gotta happen, man. It's gotta happen. Let's see what else you dudes are saying. Bro. Right? It looks good. You know, that's what it looks like without the white protective film. So this is just a white film that's on the car. It's just a protective layer. I'm assuming Yankee, it was cheaper to buy the Lexan with the white covering than the clear covering. Or maybe that's just the only ones they could get for the size of Lexan they needed to do the vacuum form. So yeah, you can see this is kind of what it's going to look like when it's fully cut out. Except, of course, I'm going to avoid I'm just going to make sure not to put body posts. Not that I'm against body posts, but for this project, I feel like if we put 8 magnets, if we put 8 body magnets, I'm trying to see if I have them on deck here somewhere. Oh man, ooh, I hope I didn't lose them. If I have like 8 body magnets for this body, it won't go anywhere. And I think that's the plan. Scale addiction, dude. If I knew anybody who could print in aluminum, somehow I feel like they wouldn't let me do it because they'd just be like, "Oh man, it's a huge pain in the ass." But I'm assuming I'm gonna go old school with this one. I'm gonna whip out the MIG welder, I think. And if the MIG welder doesn't work because it burns through, I'm going to end up brazing it. I think it's going to end up being like a torch and some flux and, some solder. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, see, TIG weld all day. I know. I can't TIG weld. I don't think I can pick it up in a few days either. I feel like TIG welding is something that you kind of like, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to equate it to. Like, to me, it always goes down to skateboarding. It's like some dudes are like, yeah, I skateboard. I'm like, do you skateboard, though? It's like, oh, yeah, MIG weld. I weld. Oh, you MIG weld. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I have a MIG welder. And, like, if I use solid rod, I think I could probably get it to stick together. But I don't know how much weight that's going to add. Like, that's the thing. Like, is it going to weigh 3 times as much as the chassis weighs now? I don't know. But on 8S, this thing's going to fly regardless, so I don't know. Do you even weld, bro? Yeah, TIG is like magic. Dude, I know. And like, for me, magic, I just like end up throwing the cards everywhere. It's like, oh, I'm going to shuffle the cards. Just joking. Just being a douche. Yeah. I know, man. See, that's the thing. It's just like, it's a time thing, right? It's just like trying to figure it out. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming the TIG machines are actually getting a lot cheaper, but I don't know what the difference between like a super expensive TIG machine is and like a Harbor Freight TIG weld machine is. Like, is it just that there are way less steps of like temperature, or like voltage control? Like, is it all about voltage control that becomes the issue? I don't know. Or is it the quality of the wand and the cups you need to use? Like, there's just like so many variables and things you need to know in order to get that thing, working. Yes, buddy. Thank you so much. RC Garage. To you. Cheers dollars. Cheers dollars. God damn. How did I become this? I don't even know, man. I don't even know, but I'm gonna have more beer. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Okay, wicked. So, Booty, how thick how thick are the steel rods that you're using, and are they solid, or are they like brake line hollow? I'm assuming they're solid, and I'm assuming they're fairly thin, and you're doing it for a 10 scale. Let me know, man. That's super interesting to know. What's up, Ritter FPV? Things are going well, man. I got a beer in my hand, hanging out with some cool dudes. 60 of you dudes. If you could, all 60 of you dudes, if you could thumbs up this video, super helps out the YouTube algorithm that sucks lately. It's like not really, spreading the love as much as I feel it should. It's okay. Let's see here. 3/16. Okay. That might be okay. Solid milled steel. Okay. Yeah. This is good to know, man. Let's see, Troy, what are you saying? You got some serious experience. Okay, brazing. Okay, I kind of have a feeling this is going to be the easiest way to go. I like with brazing. I think you're right, Troy. It just needs, I need some good flux. I'm assuming you need to paint some flux on there, or maybe it's like rosin core, which has like flux already in the. You know, maybe, excuse my ignorance, dudes, but when you guys speak of brazing, we're talking about a torch, usually like acetylene and oxygen torch, right? And like not propane, and like some kind of soldering rod, right? A soldering rod or whatever. I don't know which ones you prefer. Us Canadians up here usually hear it both ways. Aluminium. Like, yeah, is that what you're talking about? Because like I know a lot about computer editing and maybe like getting there with the 3D printing, but I don't know. Lots of practice before you start. Let's see here. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah. No, I wouldn't have. Yeah, I'll try to make a cube. You know, I'll try to make a square. You know, try to keep and see if I can get it to actually be square. And then yeah, and try not to burn my fingers or whatever. Man, I'm gonna be burning myself. I have a feeling. Let's switch this picture. Actually, let's go back to this. What am I making you guys watch this stuff for? Jeez. Here we go. Logo loop. Yeah, wicked. Yeah, wicked. Oh, it was only 17 thumbs up. Come on, dudes. You guys can do better than that. It takes a second. Come on, there's 60 of you guys watching. Jacob, I am in the southernmost part of Canada. I hug the Great Lakes. I am sandwiched between New York State and Michigan. I am in Toronto, Ontario. I'm where Drake comes from. The Drake. That's where I'm from. It's cold up here, though. But like I keep telling everybody, if you draw a line across, you'd hit Chicago. So if you go west from here, you'd hit Chicago. Like, so we're not super far north. I could drive up crazy north, though. But I'm not that north. Oh, he says, oh man, the things I have to look forward to, dudes. Oh, sweet. Wicked. Thanks, dudes. Appreciate all you guys for that. Oh, in Newmarket. Okay. Jacob, you know exactly where I am. And you're, let's see here, Hillbillies in upstate New York. Yeah, you're close. Like, I mean, I'm sure I could probably drive to you in like 3 hours. And that's only because I have to go around the lake. Yeah, it's cold, man. It's cold. It's just cold up here, even in the like northern states. It's just cold. I'm sure it's just as. Actually, you know what? Rochester, you probably have more snow than we do. Oh, let's see here. I use titanium myself. TIG that and let it eat. Ultralight and pretty strong for scale. Yeah. How much does that cost? Is it expensive for titanium rod? And I don't know if I can teach myself how to TIG. I'd have to take a course or something. I don't know. Oh, nice. Yeah, buddy. Alex, you're probably going to end up here for sure. If anybody doesn't know, Alex installs massive laser cutting machines. And hopefully, buddy, I don't know, hopefully you're still down with it because it sounds like you're like busy, super busy with life and the work and stuff. But like if you could cut me one of these bad boys in carbon, or a couple of them, or maybe like 5 of them, then that would be super, super awesome. I don't know if you guys can see what this is. This is the custom 3D printed chassis that I'm making specifically for the Secura D5 drift chassis. And it is in order to make the, thanks Simply RC. Oh no, I don't know if it was Simply RC. I can't remember who coined the term, but the Zero FLUX Hilux drift build that is well on its way. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of video on this thing because I'm just like trying to engineer it with Scale Addiction right now, and like thanks Scale Addiction. His link is in the description below. He helped me like flesh out this cage and design this cage in 3D, and I've been the one that's been telling him, oh, nudge things over a little bit so it would fit on this chassis. And the newest update about it is, well, one, you can see it's like fully printed, which is super cool. But I also added in provisions. Oh God, I don't know if it's gonna focus for you dudes, where the back of the cage bolts to the shock tower. So now this whole thing does not flex. And I was so worried because I'm like, I cut this top plate off, and I like, oh boy. Yeah, I cut this top plate off because I want to tuck the battery. This is a 2-cell LiPo battery, and I really, really want to tuck that battery behind the seats so that it's hidden, you know, in this little pocket. So you can see here's the little pocket, and that battery holds on in there, and it's super, super sick. So now you can see with the chassis here, I'm going to kind of get it into frame. I can just slide this battery in here, and boom, it sits right where it should. And if you look really close, you can see the engine is in already, the battery is in, and the back is going to hold the ESC. So the ESC is going to sit on the back there, and hopefully it drifts. Like the whole point of this build, and it's coming later, I mean, it's going to be kind of in between the Porsche build, the Cletus build, and this build. Those are going to be the 3 builds that I'm going to be working on into the spring. And we're on lockdown, so I can't really drive any of them. So I'm like kind of working on 3 things at once to try to sort of keep myself sane. And this is one of those builds. And I think, I mean, let me know in the comments. I don't think I need you guys to tell me that it's sick, but it's sick. It's not getting a body. It's going to be a naked drifter. And the whole idea too is that, like, I don't know if you guys ever been RC drifting or you guys RC drift, but like sometimes you don't put your body on your chassis and you drift and you can see where the front tires are. And there's something about seeing the 4 wheels, you know, like, and maybe it's true with racing as well. Like when you have like Ariel Atom or like Lotus, you know, Super 7 or whatever, where you can see the wheels. It just somehow, something about it makes it easier to see and control the car. So I'm kind of looking forward to having a car where I can see the whole steering, like where I'm putting the car and the weight of the car. I think that's pretty cool. Yes, Midnight Jumper, I did flip the transmission. I just thought I don't know. And K9 sent me this, which hasn't made it yet onto the Cletus build, which it will. But as I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh man, maybe I should have just gone with the D4 rear transmission, because the motor is in, you know, forward of the rear axle. So like this whole thing could have technically just lived its life instead, right in there, and I wouldn't have to flip the motor. I wouldn't have to flip the power wires for the motor or like reverse the motor or whatever, because this is where it's meant to be. And it's also quiet. Like the cool thing about the D4 transmission is that it uses like a cable, you know, or like a belt. And because of that, it's very quiet. It's a very quiet drive line. But with the D5 uses all these like gears. You can kind of see there. You can see the gears there. Ooh, there. Ooh. And when you spin it, it really has a very characteristic D5 sound. It doesn't sound like a YD2 Yokomo or whatever. It really does kind of have a crappy sound to it. But yeah, dude, every tool is a hammer. Yeah, drift naked for sure. That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna drift naked. Yeah, I hope so, Baco. I mean, I hope so. I mean, I've got a buddy who's gonna help me set it up. So there's a guy called Bruce Wee. He is fairly legendary in our community, and he is the king of setups. That and Nezo, who's also a legend in the RC drifting community, he's also going to take a look at it to help me, at least just give me some advice. Because, like, if it needs more weight in the back, like, I might end up moving that battery to the back, or I might end up adding weights to the back, or I don't know. We don't know until we test it out. So I'm hoping that's going to happen sooner than later. But also super shout out goes to Scale Addiction for helping me out with this body. Eventually, we're going to end up selling the STLs for this particular cage. And so anybody with a 3D printer is going to be able to recreate this or modify it however they, however they feel the need to, or whatever. Mofo FPV, dude. I've been into RC since grade 6, so I don't know how long that would be. That would be almost 20 years. Oh my god, 20 years, dudes. 20 years. Getting old, guys. Getting old. You just don't think you're ever gonna get old because it just happened and you blink an eye and then you're like, and everybody freaking says that. They're like, oh, you're getting old. I'm getting old. I gotta finish this beer. All right. 2. All right. Now we're gonna go with the Germans. I believe this is German. Could it be Czech? It might be checked. Czech. Austrian. Sorry, my Austrian viewers. I'm gonna have some Stiegel. Delicious, delicious beer. Andrew Tideman, what's up, buddy? It's got to be, pretty late for you up there. Oh, let's see here. Alex just turned 31, man. You are 6 years behind me, buddy. Well, you just got a wicked job, Alex, and I'm super proud of you, man. You did it, and it looks awesome, man. I watched this guy on Facebook put together the coolest freaking machines. My God, what a lucky dude. Anyway, cheers to beers, Alec, to everybody who's watching. Cheers to you guys, and hopefully you guys are doing stuff you like to do, even if what you hate to do facilitates something you like to do, right? As long like if you hate your job, make sure you got something at home that you like. You know what I'm saying? That or change your situation if you can. And if you can't, just deal until you can figure out what it is that you enjoy. Because life is short, man. I'm getting old. Or don't listen to me at all and just tell me to F right off. I don't care. Cheers to beers. Cheers, dudes. Dude, the Zach, I mean, I'm not like super into crawlers, but like my last video that I posted, I put this guy together, and WPL is sending me another one to build. And I mean, to spoil it for you if you want. It's also another military truck, but it's got a big cab on it. And so the idea, this is like way into summer, but I really wanted to make a crawler that's a mobile toolkit. Because like I feel like you go crawling with your buddies and like no one's got the tools. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a crawler where like, the side opens up and then you got all your like hex drivers on one side, and then you got like, wheel pins and like axle pins, and you go on the other side and it's got like, maybe mobile soldering or something, or like, it'd just be cool to have like everything you need on a crawler truck. Maybe, I mean, as light as I can make it, but it was super cool. Like originally I wanted to do a tracked vehicle, but I don't know how fun tracked vehicles are in terms of crawling. Like they're not as fun when you're crawling over rocks, because nothing moves. Like there's no articulation with crawled or tracked vehicles. But yes, Alan, man, I'm gonna be there. Like I'm gonna blink my eyes and I'm gonna be right there. So, but also it looks like you were having a lot of fun up until 57, dude. You got some really cool builds, I believe. Let's see, what's you dude saying? Like maybe I should start talking about other stuff. What? Wash your hands. Yeah. Everybody wash your damn hands. Let's see. Troy got his first one in 87. Nice, man. I mean, a lot's changed since 87. I got my first one in 95. It was a Traxxas Blue Hawk, Blue Eagle or something. And it was a kit. and I put it together, man. It was like man, it was some good times, man. Just thinking back, like if you got a kid who's like 12, 13, I don't know. I guess it depends on the kid, but like there's nothing better than like handing somebody a screwdriver and a kit with some instructions, like go do this. Curtis, man, you have no idea, man. You're just getting into that zone of where like you're gonna blink your eyes and it's like Friday. And you're like, oh my god, like wasn't it Monday like 25 minutes ago? Yeah, it was. It sucks. But if yo man, figure out what you like to do. Let's see here. Let's see what else you dudes are saying. I feel bad. Oh man. Timmy Blackfoot, that's a good one, man. I didn't have any Tamiya. Yeah, everybody's nice. It's like a big mix of people, man. We got young and old, young and older. I don't want to say old because we're not old. But yes, I know it's not. Golden Jesus, what's up, dude? Yes, dudes. Here's one of the Scale Science dudes on Thursdays. Go check them out. I think it's 11:15 Mountain Time. They got a wicked live stream specifically about RC drifting. Always a good time to hang out with those dudes. It's super late for me, so I'm usually half in the bag when I'm doing it, but when I'm like watching. But check them out. And also, thanks, dudes, whoever subscribed to Scale Science last podcast. They did it. They made it past 1,000. So super great. If I could travel, I would have met them in Vegas and we would have been drifting. But unfortunately, that's not happening right now. So yes, wicked. All right. We're all fairly close in age, I guess. Clayton. Wait, where are you here? Clayton, you are my age. Dude, man, it's like when you finish, it's 3 a.m. for me. Yeah, but that's, I mean, let's be real. Whose fault is that, though? You know, it's either like defunding no shop in public school, no shop anymore. They just like got rid of shop class, or like their dad didn't hand them a screwdriver. I don't know. It's one of the. Oh, actually, you know what? Not true. There's a big problem specifically with our generation right now, and that is the right to repair is no longer a thing. Right now, Apple doesn't want you to open their phones. You know what I mean? Like, they're making things, they're gluing things together now. You know, you buy a box fan from Walmart, they no longer use screws, they're using welded plastic. Like they're making things so cheaply that you can't take them apart anymore. And like, I mean, I thank God I grew up in an age where like things were repaired, you know, like, oh, your phone broke, you just unscrew it and you look and you fix the wires or whatever. But man, like I was fixing my dad's laser level and I like opened it up and the wires that were like powering the laser level were like they were this thickness of hair. Man, I was lucky I didn't break them. But yeah, so I don't know. It's hard to say like what I would do. Like, I mean, if I had a kid right now, I would definitely be pushing them towards like Adafruit, Arduino based microcontrollers, little kits that teach about circuits and like creating switches and motors and that kind of stuff, using battery, DC power, that kind of stuff, man. That's key. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I'm being a... Oh, yeah. No, wait, let's see here. What are you guys talking about? Tesla. True. But I feel like with Tesla, the reason that they don't want you to repair their cars is because most of them do autopilot. And like, I don't feel like, I mean... There's a bit of a gray area, and I kind of feel like Elon right now is like with what he's doing with SpaceX, like, man, like that guy's kind of an inspiration to like anybody who like likes to tinker with things, man. Like if you think about what that man has done and what he's doing right now, you know, I mean, conspiracy theories aside, like that dude is like the Tesla of our generation, man. Like, what is he doing next? He's like redesigning the air conditioning units. Like, He's gonna redo how we cool our houses. Man, cool, super cool. I mean, super cool. Did you guys watch the rocket explode today? That was pretty awesome. But yeah. Yeah, see, dude, but you're doing it right, Josh. You're doing it right, man. KiwiCo. Dude, no, I haven't. KiwiCo. Oh, yes. Okay, I have heard of KiwiCo. Okay, so KiwiCo is like these little box kits that, like, either with cardboard or whatever, you can create these things that come with instructions. And I think every month you get a box and you can, like, build something with your kid. Yeah, super cool. Midnight Jumper, I guess it's relative, you know, like you gotta understand that, like, doing the things that scale addiction does. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys some. So let's see here. So scale addiction right now designed a Ford Focus in 3D, and like who was talking about this again? How hard is it? Blah 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 blah. Anyway, whoever was saying, like, how hard is it? What you see here, this is like years of patience and tons of hours to, like, master an art of 3D modeling, right? This is just, like, hard to do. But if you're gonna just make, like, dude, if you're just gonna make, like, a box with a couple of holes in it, like, if you're gonna, like, 3D print something that, like, it's a box that holds your receiver with a lid on it. You know what I mean? Like, if you can, I don't know, if you can just remember that you got to start with baby steps and you got to work your way up, then it's pretty easy, you know? But, like, to see this, like to do something like this, that's not something you could do in a year. That's not something you're going to do in, like, 2 years. It's gonna take, like, what are they saying? It's like 15,000 hours doing something. That's when you become an expert, you know. And then there's the curve, the learning curve. I can't remember the stupid curve. It's the curve where, like, you start with all this confidence, and you're like, oh, it's so easy, I can do whatever. And then you start looking into it, and you're like, oh my god, I know this much of so much. And then that's when you are at the bottom. You're like, okay, I started with a lot of confidence. Now I'm at the bottom, and now you got to start working your way up that curve. So, like, I don't know. It depends on what you want to make. If you want to make little, like, if you want to replace a part, if you want to make a control arm on your RC car, you know, that's not as hard as, like, doing a full body like this. Like, if you think about how many curves are in here, and the triangles that make up this shape. Yeah, that's tough, man. Oh yeah, thanks, Nash. The Dunn-Kruger effect. Let's see if I can find a good picture. Dunn-Kruger effect. I should bring this up because it's funny, and especially if you find the one with the really funny. Oh, Valley of Despair. This is it. This is hilarious. Let's see if I can do this. Desktop, save. Sorry, this is me, like, trying to dance around my computer while live streaming. It's not easy. Okay. Yes. Okay. Look at this chart. All right. I know charts kind of suck, but look here. Okay. You got the confidence on one side and you got competence, your knowledge, on the bottom. Right. So you start knowing nothing. Right. But your confidence is higher. Like, whatever, man, I can do this. I'm, like, the coolest dude ever. I'll learn it in 20 minutes. And that is your peak of Mount Stupid right there. That's where you're the dumbest, because you're like, I can do it. And then you're like, you realize, you're like, wait a minute, in order for me to know all this stuff, I got to know all this stuff. And then that's where you're at the bottom, Valley of Despair. Holy crap, I got to learn everything there is to know about 3D modeling. Right there, Valley of Despair. And then the slope of enlightenment. And then you plateau, and then eventually you plateau. And when you plateau, you get bored and you pick up a new hobby. It's basically, I mean, that's what happened to me with skateboarding, I found. You know, there's a certain point you're just like, let's start mountain biking. Um, no, wicked. Yes. Oh my God. Cardinal Racing is here, dude. Yes, it's beautiful. The picture. I hope you send me videos of the one you're building, because like I'm sure people are really interested in seeing it. Let's see here. What else are you guys doing? YouTube Fusion tutorials. Yeah, there's you can do that for sure. Actually, that's the best way. If you can find tutorials that teach you. The problem is finding the right tutorial as well. Like, you kind of got to figure out, you got to find the ones that sort of teach you how to problem solve, not necessarily teach you what the tools do. So that's another big one, is like, you know, somebody can show you where all the tools are, but if you don't understand how to use those tools, it's useless. So you got to find, you know, usually I like to find how-to videos when there's a problem to solve, right? So somebody's like, I need to make this, and then I watch somebody make that thing. Because then it's like you're understanding their process of problem solving, which is key. That is the key to learning, is having a problem and solving that problem, not to learn how to autosave and, you know, where the, you know, tools are. So it's hard. It's hard. You got to figure it out. If you're doing a tutorial and all of a sudden you're like, I don't understand what the hell's going on, it's not the right tutorial. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, I guess I should get rid of that. Okay, let's talk about sass. All right, so dudes, I got a hashtag on Instagram. Don't use hashtag SAS because it's full of sassiness, and it's hard to pick through the sassiness to find the scale is shiitake build stuff. So, and of course, when I say shiitake, I'm talking about the 4-letter word that starts with S and ends with T. Yeah? Just so you guys know, RC Garage always killing it. I think he's watching right now. This dude not only has some really cool RC drifters, but he has some wicked, look at these wicked trucks, like these semi trucks. That looks like a lot of work, man. And I'm assuming that you've got like a really wicked light kit on there. I've seen some really cool German dudes that like do the same thing, and I'm wondering, RC Garage, if you've got like lights in the cab and like little TVs and stuff, because I'm assuming you do, because that looks super, super, super cool. Oh, Empire's asking Cardinal if he's got any idea on when you have low-C hub adapters for the MCD wheels. Let him know. All right, let's go to the next one. RC Garage killing it as usual. What is this one? Ivaneb? I don't know. Always cool seeing a crawler in situ. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why crawling is cool. Not a lot of people on YouTube watch crawling. Actually, you know what? That looks like Wraith axles on there. I don't know. My little experience with it. But, man, of course, that Ford body is super delicious as well. I mean, there's nothing better than cracking a few beers in the forest with a bunch of dudes, or lighting up some Chiba if that's your thing. And hitting up the rocks, man, because like it's fun, man. I don't know what it is about it. It's like a zen thing. It's a little bit more fun than bashing because it's like a little bit slower. Like, you don't have to take so much time to like, or you just zone out is what I'm saying. Cheers. Yeah, the Cherokee. Thanks, buddy. Of course. That's the darling, man. Everybody loves those. Let's see here. Point of no return, RC. Looks like he's 3D printing one of his first bodies, which is super cool. You can see kind of where he had to split it up to fit it on his bed. But man, this is what it's all about, I find. You know? What is this one? Mutario? Dudes, I'm terrible with names. I'm so sorry. But if I could find this body, man, like it's sold out everywhere. I was like looking for one of these just for my next missile for drifting, but I can't seem to find it. Oh, of course. Also, dudes, what's it called? Scale Science has a t-shirt right now. So if you go to scalesciencerc.com, which is their new website, you can pick up this sweet scale science t-shirt. I mean, if you're into RC, I mean, maybe buy one of my t-shirts, but if you're going to buy a t-shirt and you think this is cool because that's got that Hachiroku on there, yeah, man, with hashtag so cooler, which is his hashtag. So, you know, when you're hashtagging scaled as shiitake for kpopRC, don't forget to add hashtag so cooler on there. And if you want a cool t-shirt like this, I got to pick one up, man. I think he's still got some stock. So later, Rizzle. Have a good night, man. I know, right? No, I don't know how much of a missile, Curtis. I just mean, by missile, I just mean like paint it quick, throw it on the body, and go drift it. Not like make it a big production and like, you know, spend like 8 hours making videos about it and whatever. I'm just thinking more like paint it, throw it on the body, and go and drift it. That's what I mean by missile. And I mean, every body ends up a missile anyway, right? And let's see here, Willis on the fly. Will's on the fly, man, with that Escort. Dude, that looks delicious. And I'm assuming that's paint. That checker pattern on there looks hella delightful. Hella delightful. That looks good. I like it. I like it. And then Rob's Calgoni. Oh, geez, I'm so terrible. Looks like he got one of the Red Cat. Crazy. Like, I gotta get this freaking thing. Eh? Like, I don't know. Every time I see this thing hopping around, God, I want it. It's so expensive though, but I want it. I want it so badly. And then 240 SX Madness has got to show off his UDR. I think it's called the UDR. Yeah, UDR Traxxas. I love these. I don't know what it is. Whether it's the Low C Baja, like the Super Baja, or the Traxxas UDR. Like, there's just something about this particular generation of like super scale trophy trucks that I'm just like so into. I was like into this before they even had the ability. Like, I was trying to make my twin hammers look like this, like back in the day. And now they're just offering them up. And like, I don't know, if you want, like, I mean, there's large scale RC, which is kind of hard because you got to have a car and you know, and then there's like these things that are slightly smaller, super capable, and just like beasts. Like, they're monsters. I highly recommend it if you've got the cash. And of course, I gotta shout out Clint Laster Tattoos again for buying a scale as shiitake t-shirt. If you visit kpoprc.com, you can buy one of these t-shirts. Also, there's some cool new t-shirts up there if you want to get one and support your boy. I'm gonna definitely do some liveries soon. I know I was promising them at the end of the month, but you know, a lot of things happened. One of them being like work ramping up again. So I'm gonna try my best to get that stuff out and get the K-pop shop going. But let's see. Yeah, it would be the Cater Tot. You mean? So much cage. Agreed. I mean, I got right. Like, I mean, I'm doing the Zero FLUX Hilux, and it's not using any flux, right? I don't have to weld anything. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to kill this one. I want to make this one really, really good. And what I might end up doing with this one in the end is I might end up selling a kit. Like, I think I'm only going to do 4 or 5 of these. Chassis included and 3D printed cage. And it's just something that you can put onto your D5 chassis and you can create your own. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. Thanks, Clint. Oh, nice. You're here. Oh, nice. Okay, and I can see that it's Clint Lasher. Yeah, wicked. Dude, appreciate you buying a t-shirt, man. Super helpful. Let's see what else we got. Wait, should I do it like this? No, it's hard to read. We'll do it like this. Make it small. What else we got? Oh, yeah, wicked. So, just so you dudes know, I have a Facebook page. It is the same name as my YouTube channel. So it's kind of easy to find on Facebook. It's kpopRC. So if you want to join kpopRC, just do it. It might take me a bit of time to approve you. I do get a lot of people who have like 4,000 groups and are trying to sell like Bibles. So like I always go through every one of the people I add to just make sure that they are human. So if you're just like very, very new on Facebook, like within a few months, just message me before or after you request, because there's a chance that I'm just going to be like, this person's too new to be a human. So I won't do it. But anyway, so find me on Facebook, kpopRC, and there you can post your builds if you don't want to be on Instagram. Just like here, just like Paul here. Paul's got a few really cool builds that he's posting on Facebook. This is one of them, this like cool Volkswagen Polo build, which is super cool because it looks super wide, doesn't it? It looks very WRC, and it's all paint, which is impressive, man. And then, of course, Ricardo Suarez, he bought one of Scale Addiction's Corvettes, and you can see him here printing it on his Prusa. So this guy has one of the more expensive printers, the printer that I have, the I can't remember, i3 Mark III Prusa printer. And you can see him printing it there, and it looks like he got the finish quite nice. If you look really close, like that's pretty nice. Yeah. So anyway, if you guys are in doubt, buy a 3D printer because it's cool. And here you can see him like designing a rear end axle for like one of his other RCs, which I gotta ask him if it worked out. And then this is him again building like a whole sort of cage, RC cage thing. You can see the dashboard looks crazy, and he's got a RB. He's got an RB in there, which looks super cool, and that's with the body on it. So, you know, you can see, man, you can do a lot of cool stuff with 3D printers, especially if you're into that sort of thing. And then, of course, I gotta shout out Scale Addiction again. I'm sure he's dropping this video soon if he hasn't dropped it already. So give him a sub up, Scale Addiction. I left his link in the description if you want to check him out. I'm gonna go through some videos that people posted for me in a bit, and I'll show you his vectoring jet engine that he designed last week, which is super cool. You can see here, this is the difference between 10 hours of 3D modeling and 15,000 hours of 3D modeling. You can see right here, this is skills. Pure frickin' skills. Oh, nice. Okay, Wicked Scale Addiction saying this particular video is live now. So definitely go give him a sub, man, because like I don't even know how he does this. And if you don't want to learn how to 3D model, you got to remember there's a huge community of people who are 3D modeling, and not only do they give away their models, but they, sometimes they sell them for a cheap fee. What's it to spend $10 to avoid having to learn a program for 15,000 hours to get something that's beautiful, right? So like, who cares? He will set it up for you. That's the one wicked thing about Scale Addiction, is that he will set it up for you to print properly, and you'll probably have very little issues with setup because it's set up to print. It's designed by someone who's 3D printing it, and that can't be said about a lot of 3D designs on the internet. Like if you were to compare the Cletus McFarlane build that I printed, that was not set up for 3D printing, so that took a bit of finessing. Let's see, Page Canon 4 printer. Dude, man, and whatever works, Page. You know what I mean? Like whatever works, dude. Just remember that these 3D printers are getting very, very cheap, and an Ender 3 Pro for you guys in the States costs $205 or whatever for the Ender 3 Pro. So just keep that in mind. I mean, if you can make it a moneymaker, if you can make money from it, it might end up being worth it. Like, what would it take for you to print a few things that would then pay for the printer itself? I don't know. That, or just be creative and use styrene. Like if you look at an Instagrammer called Vivian Grober, I can't remember if I'm saying his last name correctly, but it's the owner of SRC. If you look at what he has done with styrene and glue, it's just sheets of plastic. your mouth will drop. You don't need a 3D printer to do any of this stuff. You could do it all with styrene. So it just depends on what you want to do and like, you know, what you want out of it, you know. 3D printing is just cool for me because like it's like you kind of feel like a mad scientist, you know what I'm saying? Grubbler. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, dude. Thanks, man. Yes. Yeah, man. See, that's another thing. Fudge. Like, you know, it's funny. I don't know. Maybe I don't even have it here, but oh, I do. Dudes, that's another thing. You know, get a freaking sketchbook and a pencil and just like draw stuff. You know, like dudes, like this is me figuring out neopixels. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't show you that. You know, I'm just like making sure I have nothing here, you guys. You know, I was like trying to design like a table because I wanted to figure out how to make a big table with a lazy Susan. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I was trying to figure out how to maybe like create my own driveline for a 3D printed RC drifter, which kind of failed, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how to like create an LED to light, you know, like herbs in the kitchen, not weed, herbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, get a freaking man. I was like, man, I really wanted to make a 3D or drift track. I don't know. Look for later. I mean, at some point, this is going to end up being a video on my channel, but I really want to design street lamps for the drift track. So, and I want to make them like, you know, magnetic. So like you just like throw them and it like sticks, turns on a light. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, get a freaking sketchbook. This is me figuring out the D5 engine protector, which I ended up printing. I could show you it, but I'm not going to. You know what I mean? Like, there's something to be said about trying to draw things. Okay, look. Right? Like this is where it started, right? You know, like there's something to be said about just trying to figure things out on paper before you decide to like even 3D model it. Because like with a pencil, you just erase it, whatever. Right? Totally agree, man. And everybody needs a herb garden, man. Agreed. Yeah, for sure. McLovin' it, for sure, man. Yes. Buddy, like Zebra Man. It takes a long time. And to be fair, like with the Cletus machine, like what did I really make? You know, I made the mounts that hold the smoke bombs. I made the upper deck that holds all the other electronics. I made a thing that holds like a little sandwich plate that holds the cable to like create the brake. Like, I mean, really, what did I design on that project? It's like the dashboard. Oh, you know what? Okay, I lied. I definitely designed the GT500 engine. That did take a little bit of time. But whatever, man. Like, that's probably the most complex thing that I've ever 3D modeled. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Don't shoot me for asking where did you get this thing. Dude, visit cardinalracing.com. That is where I got it. But Griptopia, you got to remember this thing is incredibly large, right? Like it's 3 feet long, probably a bit more, 3 feet 4 inches long, this thing. So it is not a 10 scale in any way, shape, or form. Like I'm going to take this 10 scale model right here. This is 10 scale. I'm going to put it on top. Just so you can see that it's like, it's not a 10 scale model. Yes, that's what she did say. But yeah, and yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, let's start. Let's start talking about videos to big up. All the videos that I'm going to show you, the channels are linked in the description below. this is just stuff that people posted to me, and I just figure I should talk about them. So here you can see this is Scale Addiction right here, and I didn't grab his most recent video, which I'm sorry. The recent video is that Ford Focus or whatever, but I got to show this thing off because it's super cool. He designed a 3D thrust vectoring, like brushless kind of jet engine style ducted fan motor, and it's super cool, and I just thought, it's a lot of work, and I'm sure if this is a project that you think is wicked, then go subscribe to his channel. It's below. He also got a vinyl. He was showing this thing off to me. He got a vinyl plotter, and so he's been making stickers. So that's wicked, dude. Instead of using tape, go get some pre-mask. Anyway, I think there's like a video of it working here, which I think is super cool. Nice work, buddy. Anyway, I thought it was super cool. So I thought I would share it with you dudes because I think it's super cool. Good night, Alan. Check you later, dude. Okay, and then what else we got here? Let's see here. This is Mike Cronham. Mike Cronham? I don't remember. He posted this on Facebook, so I can't really shout out his YouTube channel. But he's been working on this, and he's been 3D printing stuff for this trike. And, I'm not super into trikes, but, I don't know, man. Something about what he built here is super cool, man. Look at this thing. And it's drifting quite well, so cheers to you, buddy. What a project. I got another couple of videos to show from him. You can see here he 3D modeled this. So we were talking about hard things to 3D model. You can see where this is a step up from just a simple box. So you're starting to get into more complex shapes, and that's where it can just be harder. It's harder to make. But it's not beyond anybody's skills. It's just it might take a lot of swearing to figure it out. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool, so I thought I would share it with you dudes. And then of course we got let's see here, Gear Guys Customs. He posted this wicked slow-mo video in the snow, and it just reminded me of the fact that we're still in the throes of winter. But something about watching a crawler just drift out, peel out in the snow, it just brings me so much joy. Right? I don't know. You can see he's just freaking brought all his toys out, and he's just, look at the tire marks, man. Just killing it. Man, I should get out more. Just stuck inside the whole time. And then let's see here. Who is this guy? Skull Drift RC Club also sent me this. So this is them obviously having a great time. I wish my track was open. Just seeing these dudes having a good time made me remember all the great times I had at my RC drift track that is closed right now, which is too bad. Soon it will open. And soon I'll be able to get some new projects going, and I don't know, it'll be fun. I should drink my beer. Swearing is caring, bro. Yeah, I mean, I would love to swear like a sailor, but you can hear it slip out a lot, though, I'm sure. Yeah, wicked. Oh, sweet. Paige is talking about paraffin wax. Nice, man. I know we've got a buddy, one of the dudes at Scale Science, who uses UV curing resin to create things. Which is a super good idea. You get a jewelry UV light, and then you get some 3D printing UV hardening resin, and then you can paint and you shine the light, and you paint and shine the light, and you create layers of thickness. So That's Randall. Randall from Scale Addiction does that. So he builds some really cool stuff with that. I do not ride quads. I do, however, really, really love riding my Chromag hardtail through single track. I love riding my mountain bike. I used to ride trials. I used to ride BMX. I used to skateboard quite heavily. But I don't ride quads because I live in a just massive city. And it's hard to have a space to although my buddy wants me to buy one and he's going to buy a whole bunch of land like next year. And so as soon as he buys that land, I'll have a spot to keep it. And yeah, I might end up riding quads. The problem is, I'm trying to be an adult. Adulting is hard, and I'm trying to save some money and maybe buy some property of my own. But let's be real, that's impossible. Canmore. I have been to Canmore. I have been to Whistler. I've been to Squamish. I've been to Vancouver on the West Coast side of things, but I have not been to Canmore. I am going to be driving across the country in the summer, though. So maybe I'll end up going through. I don't know. Oh, sick, buddy. Like I don't have downhill to do downhill. So I'm like way more into like, that like free riding, like like I got to go up the hills I go down, basically. But, man, what a great time. Love it. Man, I wish, dude. I haven't smoked weed. It's been since September for me. Which it's been, yeah. Let's just put it this way: I smoked pretty heavily for 15 years, and now I haven't had a puff since September. So I'm trying my best to just sort of clear my brain and not let it control my life. So, which is good. In some ways, right? Adulting. I'm trying to be an adult, but it's hard. Thanks, buddy. Ryan, I really appreciate you, dude. I'm trying to build something. So, you guys are a big part of that. So like, just so you know, like if you guys want to be part of the community and you want to, join me on Facebook, and if you got cool projects that you guys are working on, post that stuff up to the Facebook group or tag me on Instagram. I'm going to try to involve you dudes. Cause like, I think that's like a big part of this whole thing. Like that's what's missing at a lot of YouTube RC channels. It's just sort of like that just we should be helping each other out, basically. And like right here, Simply RC, his link is in the description if you guys want a cool channel that has a lot of crawling, and he does some cool stuff. Like this is him working on his Blizzard here. This is a brushless converted Blizzard with metal tracks. And you can see it here, and he's ripping it up. I think he was like plowing his driveway with this thing. But he does more crawling videos. He's got some drift stuff, and I'm always talking to him on Facebook, so I figure I should shout him out. Simply RC. You can find a link to his videos in the description. So just do it, whatever, or don't. I don't. It's fine if you don't. But he's got some cool videos, so I figure I should let you guys know. And then of course we got Mike again. Mike posted this on my Facebook page, and I didn't shout it out on a live stream, and I really should have. It was a while ago, so that's why I'm doing it right now. But this is his. All right, look at this thing. All right, so this is like an FPV controlled, gyro controlled drift camera. That I think is super cool. And I'm sure you guys think it's super cool too. But this is the kind of stuff. The problem is the worst part is that, I don't know if it's the worst part, but I guess great minds think alike, because I was going to end up doing something very similar to this with that exact same WPL D12 K truck. Like I wanted to make that a camera car, and I'm going to do it. The difference between my setup and what he's done here is he's using servos, which are notoriously jittery. And what I'm going to do is I'm using gimbal motors. So I'm going to be using brushless gimbal motors to create sort of a crane camera system that can be controlled in tandem with a very grippy RC chassis. So this thing is either going to drive in front of a train of RC cars or behind a train of RC cars, and it's going to be able to shoot super low to the ground, very stable. But I'm taking away from Mike's build because Mike was building this thing, and it's just like super cool, man. Like, how cool is this, right? Yes. Yeah, wicked. Griptopia, nice, man. RC is the best community, agreed. Yeah, right? Mike did a really good job. Really good job. Paige is saying I quit the... Yeah, man. I mean, there's just a point where like you don't need it anymore. You know what I mean? And then when you go away for it from a long time, you kind of realize that you're no different without it, and so why bother? Oh, dude. Let me put it this. I don't know if you know this, making dirt fly, but like when you use a certain weight oil in your diff, you know, if it's like a heavyweight oil, over time that oil will burn. It will burn out. I'm assuming because it's thick and you're putting a lot of energy through it, and that energy needs to go somewhere. So it's creating heat. And when it creates heat, it burns out the oil. There's a lot of RC racers that I know that have to change their diff, especially with fifth scale, have to change their diff oil almost every race because it'll burn out. And once it burns out, it loses its viscosity. And then you don't end up having a limited slip because you're using the weight of the oil to limit the slip for the differential gears, right? So you got to replace that oil all the time, constantly, every race. Otherwise, it burns out. Burns out. It really does. It burns out. All right, Hillbilly, let me write it down. Let's go here. Is it LLL? Hillbilly? LLL? Or is it like III? Let's see. Yeah, you got to let me know, buddy. All right, K-pop. Nice, man. Nice seeing you, dude. I will. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here. Probably for another like 25 minutes. But thanks for coming and hanging out, man. Appreciate you, dude. I'll see you on Thursday. Yes, dudes. If you guys want a cool stream, check out Scale Science on Thursday. It's 11:15 Mountain Time. And yeah, come hang out. We're usually drinking beers, and well, at least I'm drinking beers. I don't know what those dudes are doing. I think they're drinking balls, which I think has alcohol in it. I'm not sure. Yes. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, no, don't do that. Anyway, okay, I should get back to these videos. Oh, wait, I'll just play the neighbor video. Why not? Gotta play the neighbor video every once in a while, because, like, people are gonna forget it exists. I haven't forgotten, dudes. I haven't forgotten. It's a thing. I just don't want to, like, burn out on it, and I don't want to, like, not do a good job with it, so I'm just trying to, like, pick up other projects and, like, trying to, like, create a channel that has, like, a lot of things going on instead of just one thing that people only come back for, and that's key. What's up, Marcelo? Cheers, buddy. Hope things are well. Oh, nice. Yeah, of course. Yeah, wicked. I should drink more beer. Right? Oh, wait, I was talking about weeks. Yeah, okay, so the starter suggestions are, if you have the money, get the Prusa. Prusa will end up costing you about $1,000. If you don't have the money, you get the Ender 3 Pro. But you gotta know what you're getting into with the Ender. The Ender is going to take a lot of setup. So you're going to have to find out whether that's joining, Facebook groups for the Ender. You're just going to need a lot of support. You're going to have a print. You're going to be like, why is it so crappy? And you take a picture of it. You're going to go on Facebook. You're like, hey guys, I'm having this problem. And then you're going to have 50 people that are like, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And eventually you're going to figure out and create sort of a pool of experience or knowledge where you're going to start to understand. You're like, oh, okay, well, my filament might be a little bit damp, or oh, my nozzle's definitely clogged. You know, there's going to be certain things that you're going to have to do. And I have to admit, though, when you do end up spending a lot of money on a Prusa printer, you don't end up having as many of these problems. So you just got to remember that, like, with my Prusa, I get firmware updates almost every month. With the Ender Pro, you're not really going to have a company that supports you. You're going to have to rely on a community of people. But who cares, man? It's not a lot of money. It doesn't break the bank. You can figure it out. And especially if you're into RC. If you're into RC, you know what you're doing enough to get you through. So that's what you got to do. I am planning later. This is going to be later in the year, but I am planning on buying one of these Ender 3 Pros and putting it together on the channel so people can see, you know, what to expect when they get an Ender 3. Yeah. But have a look, man. Like, it's, again, it doesn't break the bank. If you're in the States, Ryan, you know, it's $208 for the Ender 3 Pro. Make sure you get the Pro. The Pro has a 32-bit controller board, and it allows for much quieter operation of the stepper motors. When you have an 8-bit stepper driver, it makes a more higher frequency buzzing sound. When you have a 32-bit motor driver card, you can create something. You can put it on silent mode, and yeah, it still makes noise, but not nearly as much as the 8-bit one. So just make sure you get the Pro. Yes. Oh, Wicked. How's it going? I mean, like, are you liking it? Like, if you can totally recommend it, you're having a good time then, right? Yes. Oh, you're in Ireland. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You might actually be closer to Prusa. You know what, though, man? Oh, no, you're not. You're still part of the EU, aren't you? Look into Prusa, man. If you got the money, I would go with the Prusa. If you don't, go with the Ender 3 Pro. That's all I got. And I wouldn't go any other way. Though it's that or that, in my opinion. You can probably find somebody who probably knows a bit more and can tell you if there's other players in the game. But I'm telling you, man, it's just those two. It's those two for me anyway. Damien, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well, buddy. Yes. Yeah, let's see here. The learning curve with a slightly more difficult machine is worth it. Okay, yeah, totally. Like, I mean, when I got my Prusa, it wasn't my first printer either. So I kind of already knew what to expect, you know. Like, I have a Delta vectoring printer that's sitting behind my Bro sticker over there. And, man, I haven't run that thing in 6 months. All right, so yeah, so they do have a bigger printing surface version than the Ender 3 Pro, and that's the CR10. But like Griptopia here's saying, I don't think it comes with a 32-bit board straight out of the box, so you would probably have to upgrade it. But at that point, like, you know, if you're a dude that buys a RC chassis and just upgrades the crap out of it, maybe this is something for you. I don't know. What's cool about it is it prints you things, you know, like whatever, man. Marcelo, man, nice to see you, dude. Hopefully at some point we can all hang and have some beers, man. Would love to have some beers with you, dude. Yeah, I have a Delta. Dude, man, I mean, you know what? I'll tell you something about the Delta. Okay, so everybody knows what a Delta is. A Delta means it's got 3 arms, and those arms are controlled by 3 posts that move, and then those 3 posts move. Look at me dance. You know, they move a single point in 3-dimensional space using 3 arms. And I'll tell you what is amazing about the Delta 3D printer. It prints faster. It prints faster. It prints way faster. And the quality is pretty similar. What I need to do to it is get a 32-bit controller brain and just like totally customize it. Create a whole new way of build leveling. And that thing would be a monster. Because the build print surface area is almost twice as much as my Prusa. Three-legged robot. Totally. See, yeah, man. Dance. Right? If you're determined enough, you can do it. I just don't know if I have the time. I got all this stuff to deal. I got to do all this stuff. So it's just kind of like sitting there. You know, if this channel could actually make money and I could make this my job, that would be what I would be doing. But no way, man. So far, I don't know. It's not even close to making rent a month. So, which pisses me off because last year I was only doing one video a month and I was making more money. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, let's see. You should do a UK, an AE6. Yeah, like a Corolla. Yeah, maybe one day. I don't know. I gotta like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've got all this stuff. Like, yeah. I would love to. Thanks, man. I don't know what it takes to get bigger. I'm trying. K-pop wear. Yeah, dude. Remember we were talking about this? I was talking about this with Nash. I was like, if I could make, you know, a certain amount of money a month, then I would get a big frickin' space. And then we would be doing really cool stuff where it doesn't matter if it catches on fire. You know what I mean? Like right now, like I can touch like both walls of my studio space with my hands. You know, try a little Viagra. I don't need Viagra, bro. Not yet, anyway. So many toys, man. Yeah. Thanks, Paige. Nice to have you. Wicked, dude. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why we're all into it, aren't we? Oh, the UK spec one. What's so different about them? Do they flip up lights? Like what? I don't even know what's so different about the AE86 in the UK. Because, I mean, you say AE86, that's the chassis code, no? It's the same chassis. Have a good night. This light just dries me out. Yeah, let's see. What else can we, like, put up here? Here, we'll put this stuff up. Why not? Dude, man, I mean, I tried to get Cletus to notice me, but it's not working. I kind of have a feeling, Besenberry, that when I actually do release the burnout video of this particular project, maybe he'll shout me out. But, and then I'm also kind of thinking it's just like, then I'm going to have like a whole ton of people that pour into this channel that have no idea what we do. You know? And then I start to think like maybe it was a mistake. Because then you get like a whole ton of people that like aren't really into RC, aren't really into making things, aren't really into 3D printing, aren't into like engineering, you know? And they just want like, or maybe they are, or maybe they are, or maybe they're just like into drag racing. So it's just like, it becomes this kind of like funny balancing act of like when Adam LZ shouted me out and I got like, you know, and within 3 months I got 10,000 subscribers. Most of those people, like if you look at how many subscribers I had at the beginning of this live stream, you'll see I probably lost 40 subscribers just by posting this one video. So you got to remember, like right now, I'm equalizing my subscribers and getting rid of the ones that don't like my content and gaining subscribers that are in tune with what I'm doing. So it's like this crappy balancing act of like figuring out how to like get people who like what I do or who are like-minded to stick to my channel, you know? Yeah, they don't all watch. I know, but see, that's the thing. I need them to watch. And can't even change a tire. Yeah, like, right? So it just depends. And you know what? That's not all of them. I also don't want to, like, tie them to that. Troy? Like, I don't want to be, like, all of... Because I watch Cletus, you know? And I'm sure tons of people like me watch Cletus. But then there are the other dudes that, you know, that aren't really, like, into it. or I don't know. 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 It's a roll of the dice, man. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. Is totally Cryptopia. It is kind of very FG style. Good night, Alex, man. Have a good. Hopefully, you get home to see the kids soon, or if you're far away from home, I hope you get home soon. Let's see here. What are you saying, Eric? I'm a Cleat fan. Oh, dude, Eric, I have no doubt that he knows who I am, and that he knows what I'm building. There's just no way he doesn't. There's just no way. Too many people have prodded him about it. But again, like I'm saying, it's not really a thing until it's a thing, right? Like, I gotta make this thing burn out. I gotta make it. I've gotta basically make a Burnout Rivals, for like intent scale, and then I gotta package that video just as a small video of like that Cletus model just burning it out hard. And if it catches on fire, that would be wicked too, you know. Thanks, Troy. It's all good. Like I have a feeling one day, and then once I finish the project, I'll send him the body on a display chassis, and he can hang it up if he wants, or he can put it in a box and forget about it. Doesn't matter. But yeah, here I should put it back to the chassis. This chassis is so pretty. Do your chat topless. Dude, I feel fat. Steve, I gotta get back on my bike, man. I gotta get back on my bike. It's too cold. Yeah, also Cletus is busy AF as well. Yeah. And he's busy making real cars and running two companies. You know, like he's running a racetrack. You know what I mean? Like I have mad respect for the man. Like just incredible respect for like his clickbait style, to like his content feed, to his like business savviness, to like selling pieces of his track with his t-shirt to raise money. Like the dude is just like a genius. So don't get me wrong, dudes. Like, no disrespect to that man whatsoever. And to be honest, if he doesn't shout out my channel, I couldn't care less. I get so much entertainment from what that guy does that like I really couldn't care less. I really couldn't. Yeah. So, but yes, he makes toys. You make toys. It's true. Yeah, I guess you're right. And a whole racetrack. Yeah. Yeah, and I totally don't. I like, if it was me, same thing. It's all right. Like I said, it's not done. Like maybe when it gets done, he'll do it. Maybe. Yeah, like, for like, I kind of have a feeling after this Cletus build, I'm gonna end up just doing a couple of projects for me, just to like just kind of like get back into the making things for myself and like what I want to do, because like, it's hard. It's like you end up just making the same thing, or you're like, you got to follow someone else's cues. It's not as fun. Oh, sweet. Troy, don't worry, man. Like, seriously, don't worry. Like, I feel like I would even wait, man, and like push him when I got a video of that thing burning out and it looks kind of similar to like what he does in his burnout pad. Ryan, man, have a good night. Oh, man, Jesus. I hope you get enough sleep, buddy. And if you don't, lots of coffee, bro. I'm trying to read what you guys are saying. Yeah, man. No, I don't know what it is, Dana. I don't know. I don't know. Because you know, it's like this balancing act, right? And then like YouTube is weird. YouTube like algorithm, it's all clickbait. Like it's just it's like how many people get eyes on your thumbnail. It's almost like the thumbnail is the most important part, and then it becomes the keyword searches, and then the keyword searches have to be perfectly optimized to like what people are searching for, and then it ends up creating this culture, this like YouTube culture of like fakeness, and then it just kind of destroys. I don't know what it destroys. It just destroys like honesty. It destroys like people. You know, it makes you kind of crappy because you're like trying like, oh man, I'm the hustle. It's all about the hustle, and then you're like, I don't know, does it work? You know, make it in dirt fly, buddy. Have a good one, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, SpaceX, man, making cool stuff. All right, wicked. Okay, I got one more beer to drink. I think I might do it. Who's with me, man? We got 60 people watching. That's a lot. Anybody super far away? Anybody super late? Who do you think is the latest? The person who's up the latest right now? Let me know in the comments what time it is for you guys. I opened another beer. So once I finish this beer, I'm going to jump out of the stream. Yeah, see, it's just crappy. And then it's like makes me think, I'm like, oh man, should I go on TikTok? Like, is TikTok the new thing where, you know, I don't know. Ugh. Oh, 421. Dude, yeah, you're pretty late there. Grutopia, you're like pretty close. Yes, Eric, buddy. Cheers, buddy. Oh, Orion, man, you're in my time zone, buddy. It's 11:21 here too. Wait, I should probably, let's get back into here. St. Catharines is 45 minutes, maybe an hour from here. Oh, nice. We got locals. Yeah, buddy. We are neighbors. Essex, sunny coast. Dude, it's late for you too. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, 11. Nice. I keep forgetting how much delayed the comments are. You know what's funny? I don't even know if did I say it right? Oh, man. Drift Craze, man. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Man, I don't know if I sent your seats yet, but don't worry, I will soon. You should get them soon. Let's see here. Early, buddy. Canine, man, I think I know where you're from. You're West Coast. Yes, buddy. It must be warm where you are. I guess it depends on how north you are. West London, buddy. Phew. Lots of freaking local dudes. We should do a meetup. Maybe this summer once this virus that shall not be named decides to F off. Maybe we'll do like a big bash sesh. Do K-pop bash sesh or something. Toronto. Oh, Washington. Oshawa, another local. What's up? Yeah, I should drink more beer. Cheers. Right. Cold. Man, I'm really hoping this winter decides to screw the hell off. Because, like, oh my god. I mean, it hasn't been that bad. It hasn't been that bad. Come on, Premiere. There you go. Wake it. Yes, 56 of you dudes. Man, we got a lot of people watching today. No, the reason somebody was asking me about that. Okay, so the reason my name is Kpop is because I have a really long, very Polish name. First name is Krzysztof. It's spelled Krzysztof, so Krzysztof. And then my last name is Pospieszynski. It's a super, super long Polish name. And then so when I was mountain biking, I was actually riding trials a lot, 10 years ago with a whole crew. And they gave me the nickname, K-pop. And it stuck, right? It stuck. I was at the World Mountain Bike Championship at Mount St. Anne in Quebec City. Oh man, how long ago was that? 10 years ago, probably. And I was telling my buddy James Louder, who's sometimes in the comments every once in a while, actually. I go visit him and his fam up north a lot, or at least I used to before this stupid virus. And I was telling him, I was like, look, man, I want to buy a Baja. I'm like, I got to buy a Baja, and I'm going to buy this like big 5th scale gas RC car, and I'm going to make a YouTube channel about it. And YouTube was like in its infancy. It was just starting out. And I was like, I'm going to build like cool projects, and I'll like throw it up on YouTube, and I'll see if I can learn the like ways of YouTube. And that was it, man. That's where it started. Mountain biking. I don't know who that is, but I'm not really, it's not super downhill over here, right? Because we were super flat. So if we have like a really awesome set of trails in Toronto, actually built by my boss at work, a lot of them, in the, what's it called? The Don Valley. It's actually a lot of mountain bike magazines have written about this particular place to mountain bike, and they actually call it the best place to mountain bike on the East Coast. We're not even on the East Coast, but they're saying that's where to go. It's like right in Toronto, and it's like a ravine. There's like a river at the bottom, and these guys just been building tons of mountain bike trails, and it's sick. Yeah. Funny. I do. I mean, and everybody always asks me about it, but yes, they always ask. Well, it's because everyone's like, oh my God, are you super into BTS? Are you like super into BTS? Gritopia, man, if you do, like, hit me up, man. I'll freaking take you out. Yeah, man, I was, you got to talk to him. I mean, there's 52 you dudes watching, so I may as well, like, bring it up again. Anyway, I should drink this beer. Oh, right. I got my new episode of The Curse of Oak Island today. I got to download. The show that I'm always like, could it be? I'm like, no, it can't be. They're like, could it be this triangle pointing to the direction of the treasure? I'm like, nope, that's not a triangle, bro. It's a show I love to hate. It's my dude, man. Honestly, it's like I watch it religiously every week, but it always makes me so mad. It always makes me so angry, especially when the voiceover guy goes, "Could it be? Could it be?" I lose my shiitake. Let's see here, Rouge Valley. Okay. Yeah, no, don't go there. Dude, look, if you go to the Don Valley, man, and if you need, let me know. Next time you're going to the Don Valley, man, I'll take you. I'll show you where to go. Yes. Yeah. Maybe because I'm an editor and I'm like, oh man, let's see how little information they need to stretch out to like make an episode. It's like, coming up, we're gonna find some gold, and then it's like, what a Bobby Dazzler, and then and then it just ends up being like some brass thing, and they're like, yeah, from 17th century, and it's like it ends up being all about washing rocks, which maybe that's why I'm so into Gold Rush, right? Because it's just all about washing mud off of rocks. What's wrong with me, man? Did I miss everything? You missed everything, Tanner. Nice to see you, dude. That's all good, man. There has been a lot of cool stuff. It's been a good episode for sure. I mean, I was at work today, so it was like a bit of a scramble to try to get a lot of stuff for you dudes. But you can see back here, Tanner, you can see the Porsche has got wheels on, and you can see the cutouts. But I should say, just for you, Tanner, Cardinal Racing also sent me the ABS version of the whale tail. So this is a very thick plastic, and I have to cut it out. So I don't know if this might end up being a Dremel actually, or it might just be my Lexan scissors. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be like this basically, and then that's gonna sit like that, right? So that's super cool. You can kind of see it there. You can see how big it is, eh? Look at the size of this thing. Man, the one thing that I hate about video is that scale just goes out the window, you know? It's just like, you can't tell how big this is. Like, it looks like a 10 scale behind me, right? It does. It's so massive. What up, cheddar cheese, man? How's it going? I'm assuming it's early morning for you. You're like what, New Zealand? You're Kiwi? Yeah, and the reason it's gonna fly, Matt, is because this thing is super light, and we're gonna put 8S on it in series. Yeah, small hands. Hold on, wait. Let's see. Well, do I have small feet? Let's do that. All right. Oh, nice. Oh my God, dude. It's still Tuesday here, and it's freaking almost the end of the day, Wednesday for you. Oh, sorry. Yes, it is in parallel. Sorry, it's 2 8S in parallel, just to make a bigger, longer run time. It's just going to be 8S. I don't think it can. We could put crazier power in this thing, but it really doesn't need it. At that point, it's just what's the point? It has instant torque. Like, I don't need crazy top end. Like, if you can't get it to its top end, what's the point? It's it's gonna break the tires loose for sure. Cheddar is from the future. He is in the future right now, man. Yeah, sorry, man. There are dudes though that are putting 12, 16S, 12S or 16S in those MCDs, like the MCD on the wall there. But at that point, it's just like, it doesn't make sense. I don't think you're going to get it running faster. So, like, what are you doing? Drink up. Anthony, appreciate you, buddy. Chatter, where are you? I don't even know. Yeah, he's going to tell me. He lives in the future, man. Yeah, agreed. See, that's the thing. Like, I mean, we could go, like, they do have a two stroke version of this chassis, but I don't know. Cardinal and I were talking about it, and it just seems like electric is the best way to go, especially when videotaping and filming. Like, we'll figure something out to kind of give it the like straight 6 flavor, Sorry, flat 6 flavor. And Nash, you're definitely gonna get to rip it, buddy. I gotta, like, Nash. What I need to do is I need to contact a go-kart track, and what I really need to do is ask them what it costs to rent the go-kart track for like 4 hours. I don't know what, it might be an early morning for us. It might be a late night. I don't know, but like, we need to have a go-kart track. This thing would be kick-ass in a go-kart track. So long as you can see the corners, we get 3 strung corners together. Pull a, I don't know, You know, oh God, who's that mountain biker from the UK? Yeah. Oh, here, Anthony, man, I'll show you. You mean this chassis? Here you go, bud. What's crazy about it is it's like a almost a quarter of inch thick aluminum chassis plate. And it is an open differential, which is kind of weird, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, maybe. Creatopia, it's a good idea. I mean, I don't like. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Like I remember, there was a time when the Ontario Fifth Scale Championship dudes got one of the indoor go-kart tracks in Toronto to just sort of open its doors for us. And you know, I mean, they might be into it, man. They might let us do it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, dude, all I got to do is get on a plane for 15 hours. Cheddar, I'm coming over. Pretty sure your borders are closed, so are mine, but I'm in. Man, my girl's been to New Zealand, but I have not. And I would love to go to New Zealand. Beautiful, beautiful country. Also, you don't need car insurance in New Zealand, dudes. So if you do decide to go to New Zealand, you can go and buy a beater for $300. And you can drive the whole country with no insurance. Maybe. Tanner, maybe. You may have read my mind. I'm not sure. It is not direct drive. Basically, let's see here. Let's see if you can see it. It's a reduction. So there's a pinion and a spur gear, and then that spur gear is reduced again. And then that reduction goes towards a bigger sort of differential gear. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. So there's like four gears. There's like a 4-step reduction in the driveline, I find. But maybe you can see it there. Here, I'll pause it. Let's see if we can see this. Yeah, I mean, it kind of shows it. It kind of shows it. Oh, man. Are you still selling that thing, or do you finally fund the boring project? Ah, man. Dude, man. Cheddar, don't even test me, bro. You don't understand my need for travel, and it might end up happening. Just to hang out, though, eh, man? Like, I'm not gonna stay in your house, but maybe you can show me around. Oh, sweet, Grootopia, nice, dude. I was showing, kind of had this like idea, although it's not. I was trying to figure out a way to like create sort of a scale driveline. And I'm going to show you a picture of it, even though it doesn't really, there's no engineering involved. And it's just sort of like, see, so I was thinking of like doing a motor, and then it would have had like a planetary reduction gear. And then that would spit out to a shaft. And then that shaft would go straight to a differential there, and then it would spit out to the 2 wheels. So it would just like end up tucking the whole driveline into a very tight package, right? And I was just thinking, like, you know how drills, like drills, they have like planetary gear reduction, and so I was thinking that would be a cool way to go. And then you create this sort of driveline, and then you could 3D print a whole bunch of chassis, and then that could just fit into each chassis. Now, that was kind of an idea I was kind of tossing around with Cardinal Racing a while back. But yeah. Yeah, dude, they do. The link is in the description. It's cardinalracing.com. It's not on the website yet because we're kind of still figuring this out. But if you really, really wanted one of these, just contact him through that website at cardinalracing.com website. And he probably has a few of them in stock and could definitely sell you one. So you just have to get in contact with him because it's not an item on his website yet. This is not yet there. But I think it's happening. Within the next few weeks, that should happen. KV motor on this, it's going to be a 980 kV, maybe 1000 kV. Very, very low kV. You got to remember, these motors are like this big. Like they are the size. They are almost the size of this beer can. So seriously torquey, very torquey motors. Yeah, man, it's on the list, man. It's on the bucket list. Oh, dude, I love Josh. Josh is like my man. Like I'm friends with that dude on Facebook. I watch him all the time. I'm like eagerly anticipating him moving to Hawaii. But yeah, of course, love Extreme Scale Performance, dudes. If that's another YouTube channel, if you guys want to check out Extreme Scale Performance. Kind of on the crawling side of things, but great guy, you know, lots of passion, loves what he's doing, and family man, big pot smoker. If you're into that sort of thing, not that it matters, but yeah, totally cocaine size. I mean, I just wish it's going to be hard. That's one thing that's going to be super hard about this. The driving video of this is like to figure out how to show scale, you know, like if you look at my opener logo loop, where are you? Yeah. Like, hold on. Oh, how do I turn this down? Look at this. All right, let's see here. So like, does this thing look big? You know, like this thing is 3.5 feet long. Like this is a massive RC car. And it's like so hard to tell scale, you know? Like it's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell scale. Like why? Video sucks for that. You know? Oh, I guess when it like passes people. But that's far away, so it's like hard to even say. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there you go. Now you can kind of see the scale, right? Like, look, my hand is inside. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, Matt, I like. Hold on, Matt, dude, I've got all right, so Matt, dude, I got one of these. This is the Beta FPV collab with Insta360. And what they did was they basically took one of their action cameras and they stripped it of everything that's needed to run. And if you look at how thin this camera is, this particular camera has no battery, so it is powered, I think, anything up to 22 volts, and it has a little like plug in the side here. And this weighs 33 grams. So this is like the quality of like a Hero 9 or like a Osmo Action. And it fits in a 33 gram package. So I bought this specifically for RC drifting because there's nothing worse than, you know, RC drifting and using like a big action cam that then changes the characteristics of your chassis by like screwing up the weight distribution. So this is kind of a cool thing. And then also, I mean, I've probably talked about this a few times. I have a couple of run cams. So what's cool about the run cams is that they are tethered. So what's cool about these is, I mean, I don't know if they'll shoot 4K, but they'll definitely shoot a high quality 1080p. and you can see how light these are. And the goal is to not only power these by the battery that is running your RC car, but to be able to magnetically attach them to the body anywhere you want. So the idea of this is to basically GoPro up your 10th scale drifter. And if I can put 3 cameras on one car, like this thing weighs nothing, right? Wait, hold on. She's Carl. When is the next? Dude, I don't know. Like, what do you mean? There's a lot of videos in the works, so I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, you're like 8. Yeah, so that's the idea, Gridtopia. Yeah. So that's the idea. It's just like, you know, is these guys. So I bought 2 of these, and I've got the 33 gram this guy, and then I've got what's cool about this is it has a fluid morph stabilization. Like, it has a stabilization that is done post, and it uses a gyro that's built into here to stabilize. So I mean, it doesn't do it within the camera, which is kind of nice because then you get the choice, but it's pretty sweet. Oh, I do, dude. I definitely do watch Make It RC. He makes some amazing cars, and I love his stuff. I'm actually looking into 1/24 scale rear wheel drive drift chassis. That's something that I'm kind of trying to sort of set up with a couple of No, I don't know if it's Filipinos. I think they're Indonesian. Some Indonesian dudes, if I can get them to talk to me. But yeah. Where's Grandpa? Grandpa. I don't know who that is. I made some figure 8. Oh, cool, man. Dude, man, that's awesome. So it's just to dampen the vibration. Just a heads up, Gridtopia. This thing on DJI's website, the Osmo Action, this thing, it weighs a lot. Unfortunately, it weighs quite a bit. But this thing has the best active stabilization out of any action cam. I would put this thing ahead of all GoPros. And it's $239 US right now, this guy. And here, I'll show you. I'll show you why it's so good. Let's go here. Okay, this is no stabilization whatsoever with this. This is just straight out of camera. So if you notice, this is hard mounted to the body, and every time you see the body shake and you don't see the camera shake, that is when the stabilization works. So just if you're doing RC, any kind of RC action driving, this is, and it's $100 cheaper than the Hero 9. And they might actually be coming out with a Osmo Action 2, which if they do, I'll definitely end up buying it, because this thing, like, I have never had better footage shooting RC cars close up than this particular one. Yeah, so like I'm gonna show you guys, like this is me running behind the cars with a camera stuck to a monopod, and like you can see how absolutely smooth the footage is, and it's straight out of camera. So this is done in camera. This is not a post thing whatsoever. This is not something that has to be rendered for hours or whatever. None of this. It is just smooth as silk. And I'm like, I can't even tell you how much I'm twisting this thing around. Like, I've got it on a pole, right? So this thing's doing this, it's doing the hokey pokey, and it's keeping that horizon perfectly level. I don't know how it does it. I'm assuming it also uses a gyro. Like, this is actually measuring the forces that it's receiving. And it's also in conjunction looking at the horizon line. And what's cool about it, I think, is that it kind of extrapolates a few points. It understands 3-dimensional space in a way where the GoPro Hero 9 does not. The GoPro Hero 9 can't, it just doesn't do the same thing. It's not using the same algorithms to stabilize. But yeah. This is not the dude. This is not the run cam. This is a DJI Osmo Action. Buy it, man. If you do a lot of like RC videography, like even if you were to mount this onto a car, it's the one you want. I'm telling you right now. And like maybe if they come out with the Osmo Action 2, like they come out with the second version of this one might end up getting cheaper by $100. And at that point, that's what you want to do. Or just go on Craigslist, or in Canada here, Kijiji, and find yourself a used one of these. Like this is the king. This is the king. I'm trying to see if I have my monopod. Where did I put my monopod? Oh boy. No, it's gone. Ah, crap. Really? I was going to show you my monopod. But it's gone. Really? Okay, I was looking for my monopod because I have a monopod that this attaches to, and it's like an extendable pole. And I'm just like chasing these RC cars with this thing. I'm trying to get this thing as close to the cars as possible. And it just like, it's smooth as silk. Where? Well, okay, I'm going to give up. I'm not looking for it anymore. Really? Oh man, I'm going to be looking for that. Oh, I found it. All right, let's look here. All right. So this monopod. So this is just a single monopod. Usually you put the camera on this end. I don't put it on that end. I put it on the very, very end foot, the leg of the tripod here. You can see this is the case. And I stick the GoPro, or not the GoPro, oh my God, the Osmo Action in like that, right? And usually what's cool about the Osmo Action, it understands when you flip it around, so it usually auto rotates. I usually do like a bat angle, like this. And then I extend this thing out, usually as far as it'll go, you know, and it lets me get really close to the action, right? I'm like running around with this thing like that. And it stabilizes like, man, like you wouldn't believe. It's very good. Keep your monopod to yourself. Yeah, I'm giving away all my secrets. It's true, Nash. It's true. Yeah, man. I'm giving it away. Hold on. All right, so I'm just going to show. Oh, there's no way you're going to see this. Anyway, it works really, really well. Actually, dude, man, like, how old are you, buddy? I have no idea what's wrong with your RC car, and I don't even know what... Dude, use YouTube and Google it and figure it out yourself. I'm not being mean, but, like, I'm not gonna help you, man. I'm not on the live stream. Like, I'm just not. Cool? What do you mean? Sorry, Grid. You're gonna have to explain a little bit better what you mean. This is just the camera itself. It comes with a like a little case, right? A little case that then has like a mount, and this is just a mountain bike handlebar mount, right? It just mounts onto a small pole, right? So you can see this is just sort of like a pipe pole, you know? And all you have to do, I mean, on Amazon, these things are super cheap. These particular poles are super cheap. They are very, very cheap. I think you can get this thing. I can't even remember how much I bought this thing for. But this particular pole had to be like $20. Yeah, right. You could see. I'm telling you, man. That's the one. It's the one. Don't get the GoPro. It doesn't do as good of a job. I promise you. And actually, if you want, if you dudes are super into it, you can search Osmo Action versus Hero 9 or Hero 8. and they'll have two of them like mounted on the same position, and they'll be moving them around, bouncing them around, and you can actually see the difference. And it will definitely, yeah, it's a monopod because it was called a monopod way before people were taking goddamn selfies. Fuck selfies. Yeah. Matt, nice to see you, buddy. Have a good night, buddy. You should get one. Like, I mean, if you record, you know, RC drifting or any kind of RC at all, actually, that's the one to get for sure. For sure. You won't regret it. Let's put it that way. Hillbilly man, have a good night. I feel like everyone's kind of dropping. Actually, still 55 of you guys are watching. Hey, man, 55 of you dudes, if you're watching, don't forget to thumbs up the video if you could. It really helps with the algorithm. I need all the help I can get. Unfortunately, nobody watches my YouTube videos, so this would be great. Oh, I don't know what song. There are no songs. Oh yeah, let's watch this. Hey Nash, remember when we like set this RC car on fire? Almost. You remember this? I got my buddy Nash to drive the thing while I shot it, and this is testing out the smoke bombs for the Cletus McFarlane build. When we actually do burn it out, this is kind of what's going to end up being underneath the body, right? So the fact that you can see those smoke bombs kind of and where they spit out the smoke is not going to be how you're going to see that Cletus build, right? The Cletus build is going to literally pour over those tires and it's going to spit out. Oh, yes. Okay. I know what you're talking about. No. We filled the park a few times, right? Because I think we burned 6 of those. 6 of them. Oh, 3 times. Okay, 3 times. Well, 3 times 2. Yeah. What a good time, man. That was a good time. Yeah, you can see here, this is, I think, where it's going to... This is where it worked the best. Like, if that smoke can wrap around those tires as they spin, that is very, very much a Cletus burnout, in my opinion. So awesome. So awesome. I'm so into it. Oh, and there's Camel, my awesome Subaru that's getting pummeled by Dordnings because my neighbor sucks. Yeah, that's a thing. Wicked. Right, buddy? Agreed. I think with the body, it will be totally perfect, for sure, for sure. For sure. Oh, Jesus. Beers. All right, almost finished my beer. Almost out of here, dudes. Oh, man. I should probably wind down. Super cool to have you guys on board. Things you guys should have to look forward to is, well, first and foremost, I gotta really get this thing going. So the Porsche build is gonna get new bumpers. It's gonna get maybe the masking for the black trim around the windows. That's probably next on the sort of things to do. And then of course I should really get on the Cletus build. So the Cletus build is going to get a few versions of the sound kit. I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. I've been ordering parts. So this is like one idea right here. This is the second idea right here. So we've got all these things to do. Then of course we've got this Helix, the Zero FLUX Hilux build that also needs to get finished. I would love to drift this thing at the track soon. So that's another thing to look forward to. Oh man, I don't know. I'm starting to run out of things. I've got a D12 Key truck. I don't know how to pronounce that. But that's going to be a camera car eventually as well. So all these things are really up there. If you're watching this thing, any of 42 of you that aren't subscribed to the channel, if you could just hit that that subscribe button. That would really help. Every time I post a video, I lose like 30, 40 subscribers, and then I slowly work them back over time. So if you're watching this and you actually watch my content and you're not subscribed, then if you could subscribe, that would really help balance that out. Like I said, it's a tough world, man. Tough trying to get people to watch. And man, like I say, you know, be part of the community and help us out. It's key. Man, I went an hour longer than I usually do. So cheers to beers. Really, it's really nice seeing you dudes. Man, I'm drunk. No, I'm not that drunk. I just can't. Maybe I'm just tired. You know, I went to work today and I was like on my feet. Like I haven't been to work since last March. Like I've been working from home, but I haven't been like on my feet at work. And so like, you know, getting all the equipment ready because we're starting to shoot a TV show. So like we got to get everything ready because we're going to go and do like, you know, COVID safe shooting protocols. And so like I had to get to the studio and I had to do this whole list. I was like on my feet for like 4.5 hours. And I got home and I'm like, oh my God, my feet are so sore. And like I'm being a baby. Like, dude, I haven't been on my feet since March. None of these muscles work properly. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, why am I so sore? That is why. That is why I'm so sore. Because I've been sitting on my ass for freaking, you know, like what, 10 months right now? Anyway. All right, here we go. See everyone next week. Tell your friends coming in. Thanks, man. Yeah, if you dudes can. Also, if you guys want to support the merch, like, I mean, there are other shirts that don't say kpopRC that are more kind of RC related. If you wanna support your boy and get some merch, you know, visit kpopRC.com and pick yourself up a cool t-shirt. I mean, I've got some cool ones. Like, you know, there's some cool ones, man. I don't know. I really like this one. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the like Thundercats style or whatever, but and if you're in the States, you don't pay shipping, so you look like it's like $3 for shipping, you lucky bastards. But yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Cheddar cheese. Getting lost in the sauce. Cheers, bro. Michael, to be fair, I kind of feel like I'm just fading. Like I'm just so tired today because like I actually had to go and be on my feet for the first time, and my God, am I lucky for that, eh? My God, like for all you dudes that have continued to work through all this mess. Appreciate you, and stay safe and keep your family safe or whatever. But yes, oh man, we got 100 likes, man. Curtis, thanks for bringing that up. Thanks all you dudes. I should probably just kill it. I keep saying thanks a lot. But oh, dude, I'm a video producer, so not only do I shoot camera stuff, but I'm an editor and I'm a pitcher, and I like pitch ideas and edit TV shows. I actually edit TV shows more than I shoot, but I've been shooting a lot lately. It's nice being part of a team where you get to do everything, which seems to be kind of par for the course for the next generation of video producers. But oh, dude, I'm in Canada, so like you probably can easily find a smoke bomb provider that can get it to you much easier than I can. Because if I tell you where I get them from, you got to go over a border, and that doesn't make any sense. Oh, nice, buddy. Same thing. I'm a big Adobe dude. I used to be a big Avid guy, right? I used to edit on Avid Media Composer a lot. And now I'm After Effects, Premiere, Photoshop, Illustrator, and then 3D, of course, you know. And of course, I am a camera operator as well, which is wicked. Yeah, boom, of course, dude. I'm a camera operator, not a camera operator. I'm a videographer before I'm a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no Final Cut for me because we stopped using Final Cut at Final Cut 7. Which is fine, and it's yeah, it was Avid before that. Don't miss it. Well, I wonder what you do now, Gritopia. I'm sure it's cool. Like I'm finishing this beer, and then I'm gonna kill the screen. There's 40 of you. I keep gaining more people starting watching. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna drink more beer. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how we solve this problem. Oh man, I'm so tired. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I hope you work for yourself and you make cool shit. All right, wicked. Oh man. All right, I should kill the stream. I'm so beat. And this it's the light too. This hot light is just like sucking the energy out of me. All right, wicked dudes. All right, have a good one. I'll see you guys next Tall Can Tuesday, like live. Hopefully, I'll get a video out to you before that. If not, it will be right after the live stream. Trying to pump out 2 pieces of content a week. I mean, hell, it's been working, so I've been getting a lot out, and hopefully you guys have been noticing. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. And like I say, on all of my live streams, remember, everyone's pissed off. It's hard to stay not pissed off. I know, because I'm terrible at it. But I always got to remind myself that, like, everybody's in a crappy position right now. And, like, I got to keep reminding myself, man. Yeah, you go to the grocery store and you're like, you just want to yell at everybody. But, like, everybody's in the same position. So just remember that. Try to keep it sane. And remember the good times, man. They're coming back. They're coming back. All right, dudes. Have a good one. If you want, buy a t-shirt. If you want, watch some more old YouTube videos of mine. You know, I made a whole bunch of cool YouTube videos. They don't get any views. But yeah, wicked. See you next week, guys. Ciao.